God says, the whole bank is talking about you. A check worth trillions has been deposited in your name, and if you don't listen now, it will not be released and may be claimed by someone else. Don't skip. This is not a coincidence. This is not just a message. This is a divine moment being delivered into your life with the weight of heaven behind it. You are standing in a spiritual doorway right now, and what happens next depends on whether you listen and open your heart. This is not about money. This is about something far more eternal, more powerful, and more life-changing. God is telling you that the fullness of His promises, blessings, miracles, and restoration is being released into your life, and if you ignore this moment, you may miss a divine transfer that was designed only for you. This check is not made of paper. It is sealed with glory. It carries the power of redemption, favor, healing, divine acceleration, and supernatural provision. The whole bank of heaven, the angels, the heavens, and the throne are watching your name being spoken in this moment, because what is coming to you has never existed in this measure before. The spiritual account assigned to your life is now full, and God is ready to pour. But if you do not listen, the enemy has no problem stepping in to steal what is not guarded. And what is not received can be lost. That is why this moment matters more than you know. If you feel even the smallest stir in your heart right now, stay. Stay until the end. This isn't just another message you can scroll past. This is a divine transaction waiting to manifest in your life. Before we go further, comment Amen to affirm that your spirit is open and ready to receive. Listen with your whole heart, because heaven has paused everything else to speak directly to you. When God says the whole bank is talking about you, He is speaking about the vault of His divine riches being unlocked over your life. This is about healing that has been delayed, freedom that has been resisted, breakthroughs that have been stuck, and prayers that have echoed unanswered for too long. Now, heaven has moved. The deposit has been made. The release is near. That check worth trillions is a symbol of God's immeasurable, overflowing, and limitless abundance, not just in material things but in spiritual power, divine intervention, and miraculous turnarounds. It is a heavenly endorsement that your name is written in favor. That everything the enemy tried to take, delay, or deny is now being gathered and multiplied in your name. It means that angels have been assigned to deliver what your faith has been waiting for. But you have to listen. You have to receive. And you have to believe. The spiritual check represents the covenant promise of God to bless you beyond what you can carry, to pour into your life a peace that can silence storms, to cover you with a shield of protection that no darkness can invade. It is a call to awaken. To stop doubting. To stop fearing. And to start claiming what already belongs to you in the Spirit. God is not asking for perfection. He is not measuring your past. He is simply declaring that the time of delay is over and the release is here. There is urgency in this word because the enemy loves when people delay obedience. The enemy loves when people doubt God's voice, when they dismiss divine timing, when they ignore the nudge in their spirit. Because what is ignored can be intercepted. And what is unclaimed can be stolen. That is why God says if you don't listen now, it will not be released and may be claimed by someone else. This is not fear. This is divine clarity. God is not cruel. He does not tease. If he said a check worth trillions is deposited in your name, it means what is yours is already reserved and set aside. But just like the children of Israel had to walk into the land of promise, just like the blind man had to reach for healing, just like Peter had to step out of the boat, you too must respond. That response is not about striving. It's about alignment. It's about faith. It's about believing that the one who wrote your story is not finished writing. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. The heavenlies are speaking your name. And when God speaks your name in the courts of heaven, the entire atmosphere around you begins to shift. What was locked starts to open. What was held up begins to move. What was lost starts to return. That is what is happening now. God is calling you out of delay and into divine delivery. If you believe this word was meant for you, like this video to agree in your spirit and let heaven know you are receiving this deposit. This is your moment to mark it in faith. The whole bank is talking about you because the whole of heaven knows what has been assigned to your name. Not because of what you've done, but because of what God is doing. This is not about earning. This is about inheritance. This is not a gift you asked for. This is a promise God made to himself about you. That he would finish what he started. That he would carry you through. That he would restore the years. That he would silence the voices that lied to you. That he would rebuild every broken place. So now, you must believe. You must rise in your spirit and declare that you will not let this divine check be lost or taken. You will not miss the moment. You will not let distractions steal your portion. This is your release season. This is your collection hour. This is your divine appointment. And what God is depositing now, no devil can erase, no man can block, and no fear can cancel. When God moves, everything around you must shift. When God sends the check, the atmosphere must make room. When God calls your name in the vaults of heaven, blessings must descend. You are not hoping for this. You are marked for this. You are covered. You are chosen. You are written into the story of deliverance. Before we continue, comment 1111 if you believe this word is for you right now. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that flips lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth brainwaves. People are stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for very long. Click the link in the comments before it's deleted. This word is not just timely, it is eternal. It carries the voice of the one who sees the end from the beginning, the one who stores up treasures in glory, the one who calls things that are not as though they are. That check worth trillions is a spiritual confirmation that what has been on hold is being signed off by the hand of God Himself. Heaven's seal is on it. Your name is on it. And your faith is the key. This is just the beginning of what God wants you to hear. Stay until the end because every sentence from here will unlock another level of what God is releasing. The fullness of this word is layered, and as you hear more, your spirit will be lifted into a new dimension of belief and understanding. There is more coming, and each word will water the seed of faith that is waking up inside you. That check worth trillions is not limited to financial meaning, it represents abundance in every form. It means healing in your body, restoration in your family, purpose in your journey, strength in your soul, and answers to prayers that you stopped speaking out loud. This is about a heavenly Father who remembers you, who watches over the promises He made to you, even when you forgot how to hope, even when you were tired, even when you were broken. God never stopped preparing the deposit. Even when life knocked you down, even when you thought it was over, even when everyone else stopped believing in you, God was still filling your name with blessings in the spiritual vault. This is why the whole bank is talking about you. Because God never changes His mind about His children. And now, at this moment in time, He is ready to release what has already been assigned to you. He is releasing it not because you earned it, but because He is faithful. He is the God who keeps His word. He is the God who writes your name on divine blessings before you even know how to pray for them. He is the God who sends His angels with orders to deliver. That check is your confirmation that you are not forgotten, not overlooked, not passed over. You are favored. You are marked. You are chosen. There are forces around you that have tried to distract you from this moment. There are lies whispered to make you think this promise is for someone else. But the check has your name on it. Your name is written in heaven's archives. Your story is not lost. God has kept the record of every tear, every fight, every time you stood when you had no strength left. And now He says the deposit has been made, and the time of release is here. The vault of heaven is not empty. It is overflowing. The bank of heaven is full of restoration, healing, freedom, miracles, and divine turnaround. And the whole bank is talking about you because it is your name that is scheduled for delivery. You are not disqualified. You are not too far gone. You are not late. The deposit was never about your ability. It was about God's love for you. He prepared the way when you did not see it. He spoke your name when you felt invisible. He built your miracle in silence. That check worth trillions is about more than wealth. It is about wholeness. It is about lifting you from the pit of despair. It is about setting your feet on the rock of destiny. It is about bringing your heart back to life. This release will reach into every area that has been dry, wounded, waiting, or stuck. You don't have to chase blessings. You only have to stay aligned with the one who holds all things in His hands. That is why it is urgent to listen now. Because the enemy is circling, hoping you will grow weary, hoping you will dismiss this moment, hoping you will stay distracted. But when you lock into this word, something starts to move. When you receive it in your spirit, the vault begins to open. When you believe, the enemy has to back off because what is sealed in faith cannot be touched by darkness. You are under divine protection. The same God who made the deposit is the God who defends it. The check cannot be stolen as long as you stay under His covering. He will not allow the enemy to rob what was meant for you. But you must stay awake. Stay expectant. Stay close. Because this is the hour of release, and what is being handed to you is not small. It is not temporary. It is not average. It is overflowing, eternal, and backed by the King of Kings. When you feel the weight of this word, that is the Spirit confirming it in you. That is God's way of saying, yes, it's yours. Yes, it's time. Yes, this is the moment. You are standing on holy ground. What you are feeling is not emotion. It is revelation. God is revealing what He has kept hidden, and now it is being exposed, not to the world, but to you first. Because what He does in your life will not just bless you, it will pour out and touch others. This is not just for you. It is through you. There is someone listening who has been in a long season of lack. Not just financial, but spiritual, emotional, relational. You've carried emptiness for too long. You've wondered if God still sees you. This word is your confirmation. That check worth trillions is for you. It carries restoration, joy, peace, and strength. And you are not too broken to receive it. You are not too late. You are not too far behind. God has not changed His mind about you. The vault is opening because your heart is opening. The spiritual transaction has already begun. What is invisible now will manifest. What has been sealed will be delivered. What has been delayed will now be accelerated. And no force in hell can stop it. The only thing that can stop it is unbelief. That's why the enemy works hard to cloud your heart with doubt. But not this time. Not today. Today, your spirit is alive. Today, your faith is rising. Today, you declare that the check will be received, and nothing will stand in the way. If your spirit is in agreement, comment 222 to declare your trust. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. This is the hour of release. God is not waiting. He is moving. The divine courier has your name. The scroll is sealed with your future. The heavens are aligned. All that remains is for you to believe, to stay in position, and to expect. This isn't a hope anymore. It is a reality that is about to collide with your present. And when it does, it will shake everything around you. You will see the fruit of what has been buried. You will see the answers to what felt impossible. You will see the turnarounds that only heaven could orchestrate. Because when the whole bank talks about you, it means something is happening in the spirit that cannot be stopped. The miracle has your name on it. The breakthrough has your name on it. The check has your name on it. And God is making sure it gets to you, right on time. The angels assigned to your destiny are preparing to release what has been held in storage. The check worth trillions is not a metaphor for something distant, it is a declaration from heaven that the scale of God's blessing for you is beyond human imagination. You may not feel it yet in your circumstances, but your spirit can already sense the stirring. That's not just emotion. That is the Holy Spirit whispering, it is coming. It is on the way. Don't give up now. Everything you've been through has been preparing you to receive what others couldn't carry. God has seen your silent tears, your private battles, your quiet obedience when no one else noticed. And He has counted it all as faith. That faith has now matured into access. God doesn't forget His promises, and He doesn't forget the people He makes them to. That check is a heavenly confirmation that your life is about to break open in ways that you never even thought to ask for. This is not about earning favor. This is about being loved by a Father who made up His mind about blessing you long before you were formed in your mother's womb. He knew you. He called you. He assigned your inheritance. And now, He is fulfilling what He set in motion before time began. Do not look around at your current situation and judge your future by what your eyes see. God never works through the eyes of flesh. He works through faith. What seems small, broken, limited, or quiet in your life is actually the soil where the biggest miracles are planted. The whole bank is talking about you not because of where you are, but because of where God is taking you. Your name is on heaven's schedule. Your breakthrough is not lost. Your provision is not late. Your miracle is not forgotten. Heaven has always worked on God's timing, and His timing is never rushed but always perfect. The check has been written and signed. The ink is dry. The account has been verified. The name matches the records. There is no mistake. This divine inheritance belongs to you. And no man, no demon, no delay can cancel what God has sealed. That is why your faith must remain steady. Because what is coming will require you to stand boldly and receive without fear or hesitation. There have been times you thought you missed it. Times you wondered if maybe you failed too much or waited too long or asked too little. But God does not base your inheritance on your failures. He based it on His faithfulness. The whole point of grace is that He gives you what you do not deserve. The whole power of mercy is that He restores what you thought was lost forever. So do not shrink back now. Do not question if this is for you. It is. God has made that abundantly clear. The spiritual vault is a place where everything you ever prayed, believed, sowed, wept, and waited for has been gathered and multiplied. It is where angels carry the answers, where the Spirit seals the blessings, and where the Father speaks your name with joy. The check worth trillions is simply the form that heaven uses to describe the size of what's about to pour into your life. Not only will you be blessed, but those around you will witness it and glorify God because of it. If you're receiving this word deep in your heart, comment 333 to declare your faith. This is not a small moment. This is a divine appointment. Heaven is not silent. Heaven is roaring in your favor. The whole bank of heaven is in movement because of your faith, your journey, your name. Every battle you faced was because of what was written about you. The enemy saw your vault before you ever did. That's why he tried to stop you. That's why he sent delays, disappointments, and discouragements. But he failed. You're still here. You're still listening. And that means you're about to receive. The Lord is moving you out of limitation and into overflow. He is breaking cycles of lack, fear, and delay. He is opening doors that were locked for years. He is healing wounds that were never supposed to stay open. He is filling places that felt hollow. And He is doing it because He delights in blessing His children. He rejoices in rewarding faith. He takes pleasure in lifting those who the world overlooked. You are not who the world said you were. You are who God says you are. And He says you are worthy of the check. He says you are worthy of the blessing. He says you are worthy of the breakthrough. Not because of your perfection, but because of your identity in Him. You are His child. You are His beloved. You are His chosen. And the whole bank is moving in response to that truth. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, this at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow. But the page could vanish anytime. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. There are times when you will not feel strong enough to keep believing. But remember, God's promises don't depend on your strength. They depend on His Word. And His Word never returns empty. It always accomplishes what He sends it out to do. So when He says your name is written on a heavenly check, you better believe something powerful is coming. And when He says you must listen now, you better lean in, because this window is holy. There is someone reading this who has been in a place of silence, feeling like God has not spoken in a long time. But the silence was not abandonment. It was preparation. God was gathering. God was storing. God was protecting what was being built for you. The release could not come too early, because it would have been too heavy to carry. But now you are ready. Now your spirit has been stretched. Now your faith is mature. And the release has come. You are entering a new season. Not because a calendar changed, but because heaven has shifted. The wind of God is behind you now. The angels of God are surrounding you now. The Spirit of God is speaking life over you now. What once seemed impossible is suddenly being placed in reach. What once was far away is now approaching. What once was denied is now being confirmed. Do not be afraid to receive. Do not hold back your faith. Let your heart be wide open. Let your expectations rise. God is doing something that your eyes haven't seen, your ears haven't heard, and your mind hasn't imagined. But your spirit knows it. Your spirit has been sensing it. That's why you're here right now, listening, trembling, hoping. Because the check is coming. The vault is open. And your name is being spoken in heaven. Heaven is not done. The release is not partial. The check is not symbolic. It is spiritual truth manifesting into your natural reality, and what is being released carries the weight of restoration, justice, healing, and divine purpose. Every battle you fought, every night you cried in silence, every moment you stood in faith while others walked away, none of it was forgotten. Every ounce of pain, every disappointment, every time your heart broke was seen by the eyes of the Father who never slumbers. And now, the account is being settled. The vault is opening because your name has been called. The check is being released because your time has come. This is not about luck or chance. This is God fulfilling His promise to you. Heaven is a kingdom of order, not chaos. God is not moved by emotion, He is moved by covenant. And His covenant with you is sealed with blood, established by grace, and secured by His word. When He says your name is written on the check, He means there is a divine transaction that no force in hell can intercept. No delay can cancel it. No voice of accusation can remove it. The moment you believed, the moment you endured, the moment you remained faithful when everything around you tried to break you, the process of release began. This is why you have felt the pressure intensify. Because the closer heaven gets to releasing what belongs to you, the more the enemy panics. He knows he cannot stop it, but he will try to distract you, discourage you, derail you. But it will not work. You are not standing here by accident. You have been led by the Spirit, covered by mercy, lifted by unseen hands, and held through seasons that should have destroyed you. And now, you are moments away from walking into what God spoke over your life. There is power in your agreement with heaven. Every time you declare faith, every time you trust the word, every time you refuse to let go, something in the atmosphere shifts. The vault responds to faith. The check is triggered by belief. And the more your heart stays aligned with God's voice, the more your life becomes a magnet for His glory. The reason the whole bank is talking about you is because the weight of what's about to be delivered is not normal. It's historic. It's generational. It's supernatural. If you are still here, still reading, still believing, then you are not just a hearer of this word. You are a participant. You are part of a divine fulfillment that was orchestrated before you were even born. God knew exactly when to release it. He knew the path you'd walk. He knew how long the journey would take. He knew the tears you would cry. And still, He kept your portion safe. Still, He preserved your place. Still, He said, "This one is mine, and I will not fail them." This is a season of sudden reversals. Things that were against you will now work for you. Doors that were shut for years will open in days. Relationships that were broken will be restored in divine timing. Battles you have fought for too long will suddenly be over. You will walk into rooms that were once closed to you. You will receive phone calls that change your life. You will encounter opportunities that feel like dreams, but they are not dreams. They are promises coming to life. Comment 555 if your heart knows this is your moment of divine reversal. You may feel tired, but you are not empty. You may feel overlooked, but you are not abandoned. You may feel stretched, but you are not broken. God has been strengthening you in secret so you could stand under the weight of what's being released. Many would not have made it through what you did, but you did. Not because you had it all together, but because grace carried you. Love surrounded you. And heaven chose you. The check that is being released is not small. It's not a little encouragement or a simple blessing. It is a tidal wave of divine outpouring. It is overflow that will touch every area of your life, your home, your body, your mind, your future, your purpose, and even the generations after you. God does not just bless individuals. He establishes legacy. That is why this is so big. That is why this word is so loud. Because it's not just about you. It's about what comes through you. The secret ritual they never wanted public is finally out. A 7-second brain technique, backed by leaked CIA data and 4 neuroscience labs, is helping families erase debt and attract money on autopilot. But this miracle won't stay public long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's gone forever. You are about to see evidence. Not just feelings or signs, but real, tangible, undeniable evidence that God has been moving. Things will begin to line up. People will show up unexpectedly. Prayers will be answered quickly. And where there was silence, you will begin to hear the sound of heaven breaking through. What was stuck will be released. What was dry will be refreshed. What was lost will be returned with interest. You are not forgotten in the noise of the world. You are seen in the stillness of God's presence. You are not missed in the crowd. You are known by name in heaven. Every part of this word is tailored for you. Every line carries a piece of the promise meant to awaken your spirit, to remind your heart, to lift your eyes, and to steady your soul. Because God is not giving you a temporary high. He is planting you in a permanent season of release. Let the fear go. Let the doubts go. Let the what-ifs go. There is no room for hesitation where heaven is moving. What is on the way is already written. The signature is eternal. The check is divine. And your name is on it. The vaults have been opened, and you are next. Not in theory, not someday, not maybe. Now. In this hour. In this season. In this divine appointment. You are not being overlooked. You are being overtaken by grace. You are not being skipped. You are being saturated by favor. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. And everything you lost will be returned with the glory of God wrapped around it. The world may not understand it. But you will feel it. You will know it. You will testify about it. Heaven is not finished speaking. This was never just a message to hear once and forget. It is a word to carry with you. To hold close. To let sink into your spirit so deeply that no storm can steal it. Because what is coming is not just an answer. It's a transformation. Your life is about to reflect the goodness of God in a way that no one can deny. That is why the whole bank of heaven is still talking about you. Because the instruction has gone forth. The command has been issued. Your name is written in bold on a spiritual check that carries more than provision, it carries the next chapter of your destiny. This release is not just a gift, it is a turning point. It is a shift so deep and divine that it changes the rhythm of your entire life. What once was normal will feel distant. What once felt heavy will lift. What once felt lost will be restored. The check that has been deposited in your name is not measured in currency. It is measured in purpose, power, and presence. And now, the presence of God is making its way into the details of your life to complete what was once unfinished. You may have felt like your prayers disappeared into silence, but they were never ignored. They were stored. They were collected like precious seeds and placed into the hands of angels who never stopped working on your behalf. And now the harvest has matured. The moment is here. The divine calendar has turned its page to your name. What is coming cannot be compared to what you've seen before, because this time, heaven is sending more than you asked for. When God says the whole bank is talking about you, He is revealing that every resource, every answer, every breakthrough, and every form of grace is being coordinated with your name attached to it. You have been the topic of angelic instruction. Your situation has been the focus of heavenly strategy. What felt like delay was not denial, it was divine setup. Because the magnitude of this release requires that everything around you be in place. This is why your life has felt disrupted. Why things you thought were stable began to shift. Why certain people left. Why things closed without warning. It was not rejection. It was realignment. God was making space. He was clearing the path for what is now on its way. And now, He is saying, do not miss this moment. Do not get distracted. Do not let weariness convince you to settle for less. Because the release is coming with the weight of heaven behind it. If this word is reaching into a place deep inside your spirit, comment 1212 to seal it in agreement. You are not hearing this by accident. God orders steps, not clicks or chance. That stirring inside your chest is not emotion. It is confirmation. It is your spirit responding to the truth that this word is for you. You are the one the enemy tried to wear down. You are the one the enemy tried to isolate. You are the one who cried in the dark but kept going. And now you are the one who is being honored by the Father who never left your side. The check represents all that God has kept hidden for the right time. And that time is now. It includes healing that medicine could not bring. It includes peace that your heart has not felt in years. It includes restoration of things you gave up hope on. It includes relationships you thought were too broken to mend. It includes opportunities you thought passed you by. And it includes fresh strength to rise into everything you are called to become. This is not the season to shrink. This is the season to stretch. God is enlarging your capacity, not to burden you, but to bless you. He is placing more in your hands because you have been faithful with little. You've obeyed in silence. You've praised in pain. You've stood in storms. And now, you are about to see why all of it mattered. Why it wasn't wasted. Why it didn't break you. Why it didn't destroy you. Because it was never meant to. It was meant to prepare you. Is this leaked CIA ritual the missing key to your financial breakthrough? A once-hidden brain ritual is spreading fast. This strange 7-second method, confirmed by elite neuroscience labs, activates your brain's wealth magnet. The government may shut this down. If you're seeing this, you are God's chosen child. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. This blessing that is on the way is not meant to visit for a moment. It is meant to dwell. To remain. To overflow. God is not interested in giving you short-lived encouragement. He is releasing enduring fulfillment. That check has been in preparation for a long time because it carries the kind of breakthrough that rewrites stories. That restores what the enemy thought he stole. That lifts generations. That breaks generational curses. That rewrites bloodlines. That sets a new spiritual legacy in motion. You are not just being given something. You are being trusted with something. You are being entrusted with glory. With oil. With fire. With favor. Because you know what it's like to walk through fire and not lose your praise. You know what it's like to suffer in silence but still speak life. You know what it's like to wait on God when everything in you wanted to run away. And now, heaven is responding to that faith with a release that will bring tears of joy to your eyes. There is no more delay. What was pending is now being processed. What was blocked is now being opened. What was locked is now being loosed. You are not waiting for the right moment. You are standing in it. This is the time when the check with your name is being moved from the vault to your hands. You will not be skipped. You will not be bypassed. What has your name on it will reach you. God is not a man that he should lie, nor is he forgetful about what he promised. If he spoke it, he will do it. And if he said your name, then you better believe that your story is about to shift. Not tomorrow. Not eventually. But now. There is something divine happening around you. Things are moving in the spirit even as you breathe. The angels are not standing still. The order has been spoken. The instruction has been released. And if you keep your heart open, if you keep your posture of faith, you will see it. You will feel it. You will walk in it. Not just a moment of joy, but a lifestyle of breakthrough. Not just a one-time miracle, but a new season of divine rhythm. A rhythm where favor follows you. Where peace surrounds you. Where answers chase you down. Where your name keeps being called in rooms you've never entered, because God placed it there. This is not hype. This is holy. This is not fantasy. This is fulfillment. You are not chasing shadows. You are stepping into substance. This is the manifestation of years of faith colliding with God's perfect timing. So let hope rise again. Let your heart believe again. Let your spirit dance again. Because this time, it is real. And this time, it's yours. The whole bank is still talking about you because your obedience, your endurance, and your quiet faith have echoed into the heavens louder than you know. The check worth trillions is no longer sitting in delay, it is being moved, it is being released, and the weight of it is coming down. You need to understand something very sacred right now. This is not just about what you will receive, it's about what you will carry. You are not being given something random. You are being entrusted with something sacred. Something that will heal you and others. Something that will break chains not only in your life but in the lives of those connected to you. This check represents more than provision, it is a calling, a mission, a movement of God's hand upon your entire life. There is no going back. What was behind you is done. What is ahead of you is holy. What is upon you is ordained. The conversations in heaven concerning you are not about your mistakes, your shortcomings, or your past. They are about your faith, your endurance, and your assignment. The whole bank is not gossiping about your failures, they are preparing to deliver what belongs to you because of your unwavering stand, your deep yes, and your belief that God is still the God of miracles. Comment 777 if you know this word is being written into your spirit as confirmation. There is something unique about you that the enemy saw early on. That's why you've been hit so hard. That's why doors slammed in your face. That's why people walked away. That's why you felt overlooked, even invisible, while others got ahead. But what looked like delay was divine protection. What felt like rejection was heavenly redirection. You were not being denied, you were being prepared for the weight of what only you can carry. That check with your name has always been yours. It was never assigned to anyone else. It was never on hold because you were unworthy. It was kept in a place where no corruption, no counterfeit, no thief could touch it. It was preserved. It was prayed over. It was marked with your name and only your name. Because God does not make vague promises. He speaks with clarity. And His word never returns void. The reason you feel a shift right now is because your spirit is responding to the signal that the appointed time has come. You are not being stirred emotionally. You are being awakened spiritually. Something long buried is rising again. A fire is coming back. A sense of divine timing is returning to your soul. It's because God has whispered your name again in heaven, and everything that was still has begun to move. You were born for this moment. Every chapter of your life has been leading up to this. Every loss, every trial, every delay, every disappointment was building endurance, expanding faith, and increasing your capacity to hold what God is now releasing. The whole bank has not been talking about everyone. It's been about you. Because you are the one who said yes when it hurt. You are the one who stayed when others quit. You are the one who worshipped with nothing in your hands. And now the hands of heaven are full, and they are opening over you. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. This is the moment where everything you've endured starts to make sense. This is where the puzzle pieces that didn't fit suddenly come together. This is where you stop asking why it took so long, because what God is releasing will be so great, so beautiful, so overwhelming that it will erase the bitterness of the wait. You are about to see why God made you wait. Why He kept you hidden. Why He didn't release the blessing when you wanted it. Because this release carries glory. It carries fire. It carries power. It carries answers. It carries generational healing. It carries divine wealth, yes, wealth, but not just in finances. In wisdom. In influence. In peace. In protection. In clarity. In joy. In supernatural authority. The check has been written not just to change your life but to impact every space your presence enters. You will not just be blessed, you will become a blessing. Wherever you go, the residue of heaven will follow. Because the vault of God is not releasing things, it's releasing presence. You are about to carry what others only dreamed of. You are about to walk into rooms where the atmosphere shifts because of what's on your life. You are about to speak and watch strongholds break, not because of who you are, but because of who is in you and what has been deposited over your name. This is not alone. This is not a temporary withdrawal. This is a divine inheritance that no man can take from you. If you have been feeling like you are being stretched again, like something inside you is waking up again, like your sleep has been restless and your mind has been stirring, it is not anxiety, it is transition. The Spirit is getting you ready. Heaven is releasing the weight of the check and preparing your spirit to receive it. Your name is still on it. And nothing can stop the release now. You don't need to chase blessings. You need to stay in alignment. Keep your spirit clean. Keep your eyes lifted. Keep your hands open. Because what is coming to you will be heavy in the best way. Heavy with peace. Heavy with divine clarity. Heavy with the favor that opens doors no man can close. This is not a moment of emotional hype. This is a moment of holy fulfillment. This is your hour of confirmation. God is confirming every quiet prayer. Every hidden seed. Every time you sowed and saw no harvest. The ground is breaking open now. Rain is coming. Growth is happening. Suddenly will become your new normal. Grace will become your atmosphere. And God will become more real to you than ever before. You will hear Him more clearly. You will feel Him more deeply. You will trust Him more fully. Because this release is not the end, it's the beginning of a new rhythm, a new way of walking, a new way of living. You are about to be trusted with more because you have proven faithful with less. You are about to be lifted, not by people, but by the hand of God Himself. And when God lifts you, no one can pull you down. That's why the whole bank is still talking about you, because God has made a divine decision to release what has always been yours. The check with your name has left the vault, and nothing can intercept its arrival. Not delay. Not doubt. Not the past. Not even fear. It is coming, and it is heavy with the power of fulfilled promise. You need to understand how serious this moment is. The reason you're feeling spiritual pressure, mental resistance, and emotional weight is because the moment of breakthrough always comes with spiritual warfare. The enemy doesn't attack what's empty. He targets what's about to overflow. Your life is not under fire because you're weak, it's under fire because you're marked. What is on the way is too significant, too holy, too glorious for the enemy to ignore. But he cannot win. Because what is written with your name cannot be erased by his hand. This check represents divine completion. It is not just a gift, it is the full manifestation of what has been written in secret. God saw the years you kept walking when you didn't know where the path led. He watched you stay faithful when your faith was low. He remembered every time you prayed with a trembling voice. And He has been preparing this moment with the utmost care. The vaults of heaven are opening because God has finished arranging everything that needed to be aligned before the release. You are about to walk into a season where what once took all your strength will now require only your obedience. No striving. No pushing. No begging. Just alignment. Because the weight of this blessing is too great to be carried by force, it must be received in rest. God is removing the sweat from your work. He is bringing peace into your pressure. He is transforming the storm into a stillness that will shock everyone who watched you fight. Comment 999 if you feel this word is becoming your reality. Your name has been spoken by angels. It has been written on scrolls. It has been sealed with fire. There is no mistake. You are not standing here hoping for a chance. You are standing under an appointed time. What's about to happen in your life will not be because of who you know or what you have. It will be because of who God is and what He decided before time ever began. He picked you. He prepared you. And now, He is pouring out over you. There are things in your life that are about to make sense. Delays you couldn't explain. Losses that made no sense. Paths you didn't choose but ended up walking. All of it was part of this setup. God was not late. He was layering your life with depth, with power, with testimony. And now, He's ready to show you what it was all for. The pain will not be wasted. The tears will not be buried. The nights you didn't think you'd make it through are now the foundation under your feet for what's coming next. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. This check is more than a blessing, it is a divine turning point. It carries the power to shift atmospheres, change generations, and establish a new legacy. You are not receiving it just for yourself. It will spill over into your home, your family, your children, and even into places your feet have not walked yet. The ripple effect of what God is releasing will continue long after this moment. That's why it took time. Because what He's building through you must last. You may not feel ready, but God knows you are. You may still be fighting doubts, still carrying wounds, still unsure of how it will all unfold, but God is not uncertain. He has declared you ready. Not because you have it all figured out, but because He has prepared your spirit to receive. You've gone through the crushing, the pressing, the wilderness, the waiting. And now, like oil that has been purified, you are ready to be poured out. Heaven is not debating your worthiness. The whole bank is not questioning your qualifications. They are preparing the delivery. Your name has cleared all checks. Your heart has been tested. Your faith has been refined. And now the vault is opening and the weight of God's goodness is coming to rest on you like never before. You won't have to explain it. It will be undeniable. It will be evident that only God could do this. This is why it's been hard lately. The enemy tries to wear you down right before the release. But he's too late. You've come too far. Your spirit has already said yes. Your heart has already been stretched to believe. And even if your body is tired, even if your mind is overwhelmed, God is carrying you through the last stretch. He is covering your weak spots. He is protecting your faith. He is speaking over your life right now with fire and authority. You are about to receive what others said was impossible. You are about to walk through doors you didn't knock on. You are about to sit at tables you didn't build. Because favor is not earned, it is given. And God is pouring favor over you in ways you've never seen before. This is not random. This is divine reward. You stood the test. You walked the valley. You stayed when you could have quit. And now, heaven is rewarding what man didn't see. Do not doubt anymore. Do not look at what you lack. Look at who is for you. The one who opens the vaults of heaven is your Father. The one who signs your name on trillion-dollar checks is your provider. He is not trying to impress you. He is fulfilling His promise. And His promise is always yes and amen. The blessing has a destination, and you are it. You are not unworthy. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not overlooked. You are exactly who God chose, exactly when He chose, for exactly what He's about to release. What God is giving you isn't small. It isn't ordinary. It isn't fleeting. It's a weighty blessing. A generational transfer. A restoration of what was taken and an overflow of what was promised. It is exceedingly, abundantly more than you could ask or think. The check marked with your name carries the fingerprint of God. It carries answers to prayers that go back years, even decades. It carries deliverance from battles you thought you'd always be stuck in. And it carries divine clarity that will silence every lie the enemy ever whispered to you. There's been warfare around your name because the value of what's being released is enormous. There's been pressure in your life because you're close to something sacred. The enemy has been nervous because he knows the moment you receive this fully, you'll be unstoppable. This isn't just a blessing. This is access. Access to new realms of peace, provision, purpose, and power. And you're about to walk through a door that's been shut until this very moment. Comment 1010 if you can feel God shifting something in your favor even now. This is not about material things, though provision will come. This is not about popularity, though visibility will follow. This is about presence, God's presence being poured out over your life like oil that never runs dry. You are not waiting on heaven to decide anymore. Heaven has already decided. The release is on its way. What's happening now is the final stretch of delivery. The last turn before arrival. The final stage before it reaches your hands.